Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Blackbird Movement. Today I'm with Demi Montgomery, who is a scleroderma advocate, committee member, and board member now of the Dayton Scleroderma Foundation. So thank you so much for being with us today, Demi.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. To start off, can you tell me, well actually tell us, what is scleroderma and how are you involved with this? Has it impacted your life?
Scleroderma is an autoimmune disease that affects your whole body. It can be internal or external. And with me, I have it externally, and it affected my hands and basically every joint in your body. So it's affected me pretty severely.
How did you get involved with the Scleroderma Foundation?
When I was like 21, I met Penny Davis, and she is the support group leader for the Dayton area chapter. And I just started going to the support group meetings, and I liked it, so I just kept going back, and eventually I just started getting more involved.
Yeah, when you were originally diagnosed with scleroderma, you kind of you really began to reach out to people. I remember you telling me kind of about your journey with that initial diagnosis and kind of what you had to go through with that, and how you've turned that into really reaching out and helping people. Can you tell us a little bit about what you went through?
Yeah, when I was 19, I got diagnosed. I was in 2001, and it was really dramatic for me, and really, it was traumatic.
Yeah.
I really was not expecting that it would be what it is. I was told I had morphia, and then...
What's morphia?
It's a lesser version of scleroderma.
Okay.
It's kind of the same thing, but just lesser. It's not so severe. And then I was sent to a specialist, a rheumatologist, and the rheumatologist told me I had scleroderma. And then I started with my journey of the tightening of the skin. I've lost digits, the ulcers, a lot of the really painful experience with it. And over the years, I had to learn to adapt, because I had shut myself off from the world. I had kind of went into my own little corner and stayed there, and I had to figure out how I could continue to live and be motivated to live with scleroderma. So I took on myself, and I said, well, you've been given a gift, so use it. And that was how I was able to start to speak to other people about it. And the more I spoke about it, the better I felt. And then I use it to educate. If somebody has a question or asks me a question about my hands or whatnot, I always tell them what it is, what we have available as far as information, and I just use it to educate the public with. And so it's really led me to meet a lot of great people over the years. And it led me on a whole different journey than what I would have been without it. Without it, I was working as an engagement specialist at Homeful, and I had to quit because I was unable to do the job anymore. And so I then started volunteering full time, and once I started volunteering full time, it just took on its own life. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, and I really enjoy all the people and what we do.
Well, the fact that you're even able to say that you see it as a gift, like can you explain more about how you kind of came to that realization?
Because everybody has a talent. And I don't necessarily think before the scleroderma I had figured out what my talent was. And once I got the scleroderma and I had to look at life in a different way, it enabled me to see everybody else's talents. So now when I'm around somebody, I can kind of zone in on their talent, and sometimes I give suggestions that it's not wanted about things that they can do to benefit off of their talent. So it gave me the gift of getting out and speaking to other people and making me more friendly than I was, because I wasn't as friendly as I am now and outspoken. I'm kind of a quiet, shy person, and then it made me be a part of things that I wouldn't necessarily be a part of. So I just once I realized that, I was like, oh, well, this is my gift. This is my talent. This is what I'm able to do. And helping people just kind of came natural after that. And it's just been a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a lot of fun. And I'm able to show my daughter what looking at people from a different perspective. So she kind of doesn't see disease in people, and it gave me a chance to teach her also by leading by example, basically. Yeah. And she volunteers with me wherever I go, and she just loves it. So kind of playful with it, you know. She kind of jokes with me about little things, and when we see people that are sick or sad or anything like that, she shows a lot of empathy for them. And she's really a sweet little girl now, you know, based on that, just growing up that way has changed her perspective, I guess, on what most kids would think of diseases.
So what's something you wish somebody with scleroderma knew, or that like a piece of advice you'd pass on to them from your experience?
It's not the end of the world. They have hope. That's the biggest thing is many new people that are diagnosed, they really feel like it's the end of the world. You can see it in their face. And so a lot of times I'm not the scleroderma support group leader, but a lot of times they talk to me about it, and it's just trying to get new hope. Like re-look at your life and look at what you're doing, and don't just go into a corner and wall up. Come out and try to help out and do things that make you feel the same. Like I really haven't changed many of the things that I have always done. I was able to continue on doing them. I just actually added to it. So it's like I do more than I did beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm way more involved with the community than I was when I first got diagnosed. So I would tell any new person to just continue to hope. It's not the end of the world.
What is your big dream that you have for yourself, either with the work that you're doing or just in your personal life that you'd like to accomplish? Small question.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, I've never thought about that. I would like to see people kind of help each other. A lot of the things I'm seeing now, it's where a lot of people are harming each other and they're doing things that are self-destructive. I'd like to see people figure it out and don't hurt other people. Try to help people. If you see somebody that needs help and you have a way of helping them, try to help them.
Yeah.
Don't just turn your back on them and not assist them in any way. There is resources out there, even if it's just giving somebody a resource. Even if it doesn't have to be monetary. It can just be just being there for support. Because sometimes people need somebody just to talk to. And that's what I see with a lot of our patients. It's just literally they need somebody to talk to about it that understands. Because the family might not understand all the time.
Sure. Yeah, that's really interesting. Just because, like, basically how you use scleroderma to kind of shift your own mindset and you chose to look at things differently, that's essentially like what you're passing on to others through the work that you do and kind of giving them a place to connect and, you know, hope and inspiring dreams and hope and action within them.
Yeah, they do. And the whole, when I look at it, I kind of look at it like it's bigger than me. And when I usually speak about them, I speak as a we.
Yeah.
Because it's a team, and we're all a team, and we all care. Even if the people that don't have scleroderma, they care just as much. It's a lot. It's a lot for them to help when they don't even have it. We have an executive director, her name's Tina Fellows, and she doesn't have scleroderma, but she works really hard for us. She gets the word out, and she's very into promoting scleroderma and finding avenues that create more awareness. Our president, she just got a double lung transplant.
Wow.
Yeah,
Holy
I took it
cow.
for the Ohio chapter.
Wow.
Yeah, her name's Debbie Metz, and she got a double lung transplant, so she's doing pretty good right now.
Oh, that's so good to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you again for coming and sharing with us today.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you guys for being with us, and join us again next time for another episode of Blackbird.